Hello everyone, this is Yamin and welcome back to this project tutorial. So in the previous tutorial, we created multiple authentication in our project. It means we created a user and admin login system. So we are going to integrate this library template in our project, and I want you to follow me by using the same template because it will be easier for you to understand everything. And if you face any issue, I will be also able to help you if you comment. Okay. So I'll give the template download link. Here you can see this is a GitHub website and I have already uploaded the template in my GitHub account, and I'll give this template download link in the description so that you can download the template. So here you can see the code option. After coming to this link, just click on code, and then here you can see download zip option. I'll click over here, download zip, and it will download our template. So right now we'll go to our template download location. So let me just click over here and let me just cut it from here and let me paste it in my new volume D over here. Paste it here, and we need to extract the zip file. So we'll right click on the folder, zip folder, and then click extract all. And I want to extract it in my new volume D. So I'll just keep it like this and click extract. There you can see it is extracting, and extracting is complete. So right now let me just go inside it, and just remember that every template start with index.html. So here you can see index.html, and if I just double click over here, there you can see this is our downloaded template. So right now we're going to add this template file in our Laravel project. So in order to do that, what we need to do is that, let me just go back, and this is our Laravel project. Here you can see library_project. I'll just go to over here, new volume D, and that template was here. You can see library_main. So we'll go inside, and we're going to copy every file from here except this readme file. So I'll copy every file from here. Let me just show you. I'll just copy it from here like this, and we'll go to our Laravel project. After that, we'll go inside the public folder, and inside the public folder, we will paste whatever we just copied from here. So we'll just paste it over here in our Laravel public folder. So Ctrl V. Okay, so there you can see. So right now, if we just go to our code, and if we go to the public folder, here you can see we have the public folder, and inside public folder, there you can see asset, vendor, and all the file over here, index.html, create.html, whatever we just paste over here from this template. Okay, so after that we need to see the view, we need to see this view in our Laravel project over here. So in order to do that, obviously we need to make some changes. So let's just go back to our code again. And in the previous tutorial, let me just show you, if we go to our routes, then web.php. In the previous tutorial, we made a multiple authentication, and for this route/home, we call the admin controller index function, and our index function return us. Let me just go to the controller, admin controller, and index function return the user. When the user type is user, return the user to the home.index. So we are going to paste the template index.html code in the home.index file location. Okay, so right now we'll go to our resource, then views. After that, we'll go to our home folder, and inside home folder we have index.blade.php over here. So here you can see except layout, opening and closing. This is for the logout option. So right now we are just going to remove it from here, and what we are going to do is that we'll just go to our public folder, and inside public folder, here you can see index.html. So we are going to copy everything from our index.html. So Ctrl A, Ctrl C, and we paste it in our home folder, index.blade.php over here. So we'll paste it over here, then we'll save it. So right now, if we now refresh, we'll see the same view over here. The reason is, if you go to routes, then web.php, the reason is here you can see for the root view, we are calling the welcome view, which is basically in the views, here you can see welcome.blade.php, this one. So what we'll do is that instead of the welcome view, we are going to say over here home.index. So right now, if we save it, then if we now refresh here, there you can see we are able to see our template. So basically what is happening is that when we are going to the root view, it is calling the home folder index.blade.php file, and in the index.blade.php file, we have pasted our template code. So that's why we are able to see the template design over here. So right now, instead of returning the view from here, we should use controller because that's the proper way to do it. So let me just create a controller for the home view. So we'll go to our project location again. This is our project, library project. This is the project. So right now we'll open a command prompt over here in the project location. We'll say cmd and press enter. Let me zoom in. So we are currently in the project location. So here we are going to create a controller. So for it, we'll say here php artisan make controller, and the controller name will be home controller, and then press enter. So a controller is created. So right now, if we go back to our code, then if we go to our HTTP controller, here you can see home controller.php. So first of all, we are going to register the home controller in our web.php. So let me just copy it, Ctrl C, and we'll paste it over here, and the controller name will be home controller. After that, let me just go down and let me just remove this route. We are going to say here route to double clone, get to first bracket. For the root view, we'll call the home controller. So we'll give a comma, then to third bracket, and we say here home controller double clone class, comma, it will be index. So there you can see for the root view, we'll call the home controller index function. So right now we need to go to home controller and create a function called index. So we'll go to our home controller.php, and we are going to say here public function name is index to first bracket, then to second bracket, and from here we'll return a view, and we say here return view. The view is home.index. So basically the same thing. So whenever someone call the root view, it will call the home controller index function, and our index function will return us this view home.index, which is basically this one. Inside the home folder, we have index.blade.php. So there you go. So right now let's just save it and let's check it if it's working or not. So if we refresh here, and okay, I made a spelling mistake, RETURN, return view. So right now what will happen is that whenever someone call the root view, it will call the home controller index function, and our home controller index function will return us this view home.index, which is basically this on home and index.blade.php, which is this view. Okay, so the same thing is happening. So right now let me just show you if it is working or not. If we just refresh here, there you can see we are able to see the same view. So in the previous tutorial, we added the multiple authentication. So what we are going to do is that we are going to add login and sign up option over here. So for it, let's just go back to our code, and we'll go to our index.blade.php, and let me just go down a little bit more down, and here you can see create user. So let me just copy this li, Ctrl C, and I'm going to paste it 2 times. So here I'm going to say, so we have added our template in our Laravel project. So right now we're going to separate the header section, the slider section, the category section, body section, everything in our project. So for it, let's go back to our code again, and here you can see in the index.blade.php there is a lot of code, so it will be really hard to read all those codes. So it is better to separate every section. So here you can see the head section. So inside the head section we have the link for styling. So let me just cut it from here, Control X, and here we're going to say at the rate of include. Okay, let me just remove it for now and let me just save it. And right now, if we just refresh over here, that you can see the CSS is not working right now. So what we'll do is that here we are going to say at the rate of include to first bracket to single quotation, and we'll say here home.css. So what we'll do is that whatever code we copied from the head section, we'll keep it in the css.blade.php, which we'll create in the home folder. So here you can see the home folder. So I'll just right click on the home folder and then click new file, and the file name will be css.blade.php. Control S and save. So whatever code we just copied from the head section, we paste it in the css.blade.php. So let's save it right now. And if we now refresh over here, there you can see the design is working properly. So here what you need to do is that you need to say over here at the rate of include, then give to single quotation, and inside the single quotation you need to mention the folder and the file name. Okay, so after this head section, let's do this same thing for the, here you can see the header section indeed over here. So what we'll do is that we'll, let me just go a little bit top, and here you can see preloader start, we'll copy it from here. So let me just select it and we'll cut it up until header section end. So Control X, save it. Let me just show you how it will look. Refresh here. There you can see the header section is gone. So let's go back. Here we're going to say at the rate of include to first bracket to single quotation, it will be home.header. Right now let's click on home, right click on home, click new file. We're going to say here header.blade.php, Control S and save. And we're going to paste whatever code we copied from the header section from here. So let's go back. Then if we now refresh, there you can see the header section is back. So we'll do the same thing for this hero image. Then here you can see the category part and the market part and the book part over here. Okay, so let's go back. So here you can see main banner area start. So I'll just select it from here to here. Here you can see main banner area end. Cut it from here, save it. Let me just show you. Refresh, and there you go. The main banner is gone right now. So what we'll do is that here we say at the rate of include to first bracket single quotation home dot, let's say main underscore banner. Save it. Let's click on the home folder, click new file, and we'll say here main underscore banner dot blade dot php. Control S, save, and we'll paste whatever code we copied. So after that, we're going to do the same thing for this collection section, but let me just show you that the main banner is showing right now. There you can see main banner is back. So let's do the category section. Let's go back. This is the category section. Here you can see categories. So we'll cut it from here. So let me just select it from, let me go down and up until this part. There you can see it ended, it started from here and it will end over here. Okay, so Control X, save. Let's just show you. If we refresh, the category section is gone. So right now, we'll just write over here at the rate of include to first bracket single quotation home dot category. Let's click on home, click new file. We say here category dot blade dot php. Control S, save, and we'll paste the category code over here. After that, we'll do the same thing for the book section. Here you can see currently in the market, all book popular latest. So let me just cut it from here too. Let me just go down a little bit more, and here you can see up until the footer section. So it will start from here, currently market to up until the footer section. So Control X, save. Then let me just refresh here. There you can see the category is back and there is no book image over here. So right now we'll again say at the rate of include to first bracket to single quotation, we'll say home.book. Let's click on home, then click new file. We'll say here book.blade.php, Control S, then save. Then Control A, Control V, Control S. After that, let's do the same thing for the footer section as well. So this is the footer section. We'll also copy the skip code as well. So Control X. We'll say here at the rate of include to first bracket single quotation home.footer. Let's click on home, right click home, click new file. We say here footer.blade.php, Control S, save, and we'll just paste the footer code over here. So right now, if we now just refresh our project over here, there you can see we have the header section, the main image, the category image, the book image, and the footer section. So in the previous tutorial, we made multiple authentication for both logged in user and admin. So right now we are going to add login and register button over here. So for it, let's go back to our code and we want to add the login and register code or login and register option in the header section. So we'll go to the header.blade.php, header.blade.php, and in the header.blade.php, if you go down, here you can see create user. So after this create user, we are going to have two more buttons. So let me just copy it, then paste it here. So one of them will be login option, login, and the second one will be register. So let me just save it here. Then let me refresh, and there you can see we have login and register option over here. So right now what we want is that when you click on this login option, it will take us to the login page. So in order to do that, let me just go back, and if we just go to our welcome.blade.php over here, in the welcome.blade.php, if we go down, so here you can see if route has login, if there is a logged in user, it means a user is logged in, then it will send the user to the dashboard, and if there is no logged in user, then it will show the login and register option. So here you can see for login, it is mentioned over here route login. So we are just going to copy this route from here, Control C, and we'll paste it over here in our header.blade.php for login. We'll paste it for login. So if we save it, then if we now refresh here, then if we now click on login, then you can see it took us to the login page. So let's do the same for the register option as well. So let's go back and let's go to our welcome.blade.php, and here you can see for register the route is this one, route register. So we'll copy it and we'll paste it inside the href for register. Paste it here, save it, then refresh, and if we now click on the register option, it will take us to the register page. So right now what we'll do is that if the user log in, it will keep the user on the same page, but instead of login and register option, it will show the logout option over here. So in the previous tutorial, what we did is that, let me just go to the admin controller. We'll go to app, HTTP controller, and admin controller. So here in the previous tutorial, what we did is that if a user is trying to log in and the user type is user, it will send the user to the home.index, which we did in the previous tutorial. And here in this tutorial for the root view, we also send the user to the home.index. Let me just show you. If you go to the home controller for the root view, if the user is not logged in, we still send the user to the home.index view. So right now, let me just log in as a user, and after that, I'm going to explain some conditions. So here I'll click on login, and I logged in as a user. So I'll give user@gmail.com and give the password over here, then click enter. So there you can see it took us back to the same view. Here you can see in the URL it is saying /home. Previously there was no /home. So it means we are logged in right now, because here if you go to web.php, when the user is trying to log in, we are calling the /home URL, and our /home URL basically returning us back to the let me just go to the admin controller. So here you can see from the admin controller, we are basically sending the user back to the same view. But the issue is, even for logged in user, there is no logout option. It is still showing us the login and register button. So what we are going to do is that, let me just go to the welcome.blade.php. We'll go to the welcome.blade.php, and here in the welcome.blade.php, you can see we have a condition over here. Your route has login. If a user who is logged in, then it will show the dashboard option, and if the user is not logged in, it will show the login and register option. So what we'll do is that we are going to use this condition in our header.blade.php. So let me just copy the whole thing from here, Control C, and we'll go to our header.blade.php, and we are going to paste this over here. We paste it over here, and here you can see route has login. So I'm going to cut this li, Control X, and here you can see login option, anchor tag. So I'll remove it and paste it over here, this li. After that, here you can see you have the register option. So let me just cut this li, Control X, and we'll paste it over here, Control V. So here instead of dashboard, what we are going to do is that, let's just say over here another just normal li. For now, we'll change it later. So for now, let's just say here logout. Save. Then let's refresh here, and there you can see it is showing us logout option. Why? Because the user is logged in, and if a user is logged in, if there is a user who is logged in, here you can see at the rate of auth. If a user is logged in, it will show us this logout option. If the user is not logged in, then it will show us the login and the register option. So this is the condition we write over here. So here it will check if the route has logged in. If yes, it will show the logout option. Else, if there is no logged in user, then it will show the login and the register button. So this is just a logout text. So right now, what we want is that we want to actually log out from here. So for it, again, we'll just copy and paste some code. So let me just go to the dashboard.blade.php, and here you can see accept layout, which we just modify in the previous tutorial. Make sure you modify it properly. So here, instead of this li, we are going to paste this accept layout opening and accept layout closing, like this. Okay, we need to give a closing over here. So right now, if we save it, then if we now refresh over here, there you can see we have the user logout option. So we obviously need to fix this. So what we'll do first is that we'll keep this accept layout inside the li tag. So let me just cut this from here, then keep it inside the li tag. Save, then refresh. Okay, profile and the logout option. Okay, so we need to change the button design over here. So let's go back to our code, and this time we'll go to our navigation menu.blade.php, and over here you can see difflex logo class. So we'll remove this difflex from here, and here you can see difflex justify between age 16. We'll remove it as well. Save, then refresh, and there you can see, okay, there's some design. So let's go back again, and here you can see we have a div class over here. So we'll remove this div from here and this div from here as well. So let's save it. So let's go back, let's refresh here, and there you can see it is in the proper position, and I think we need to remove the li tag from here. So I'll just remove the li tag. Okay, so right now let's save it again, and let's refresh here, and there you can see we have the logout option for the user, we have the profile and the logout option. So right now if we click logout, there you can see we are able to see the login and the register page, and we are in the root view. So right now let's just try to log in again. So let's give the user email, then the password, click login or press enter, and there you can see it took us back to the home page. You can /home, and we have the logout option. So this is all for this tutorial. In the next tutorial, what we will do is that we will integrate admin template in our Laravel project. So thank you very much for watching. If you have any question or any problem, just let me know in the comment section. I'll try to give you solution as soon as possible. Thanks again for watching. I hope to see you in the future tutorials.